Hey guys, Tom itself here, and yeah, we're doing this. I like lobbies that look like this. They tend to be pretty fun. In this video, we're going to take a look at some domination spawns on Bootleg, and continue my series, Terms of Enragement, because what we managed to do here, while not perfect, certainly convinced these guys that they did not want to bother sticking around and playing out the rest of this game. So here we go with episode 2.
Okay, I'm gonna take C. I haven't played this map, so you guys go do it.
At the start of this game, I was really impressed by my team's use of stun grenades early on and flanking tactics to push the other team back into their spawn. Not everyone lived, but we did win on all fronts.
I got the stuns back there. Stuns there too.
Right behind the planter thing next to B.
I killed 2 at B. I killed a third.
There, you got him.
Don't take Alpha. Whoever's on Alpha, get the hell off. Getting off.
Don't dominate? What are you talking about? Isn't that the name of the game? Yes, but domination is a territory control game. By giving them space to spawn in, we control where they spawn and can choose where we want to have the fights. You see the Spetsnaz initial spawn behind the A flag? The team that only controls A will spawn right there every single time, as long as A is the only flag they have, and as long as none of the members of the opposite team have line of sight on that spawn point. As such, if we wanted to hold this the entire game, almost all of the kills would happen in this orange area. It makes it so much easier to defend when you know where they're coming from, and you can set up where you want to. This especially strong affinity for their home flag is a real hallmark of the Infinity Ward domination style of spawns, and I think it really encourages the territory control nature of the game type. The team that controls 2 flags has to spread themselves between them, but has the advantage of defending. The team with 1 flag, they can choose where they want to attack, but they are going to have to be aggressive to get back into the game and cap another flag. Attacking teams are very vulnerable to flanking maneuvers, and it is great to get in behind them because they're all looking in the one direction they're all trying to go to push out to get to another flag. This is one of the reasons why I love running with an aggressive team, because someone will charge out there, look at me, I'm the distraction, and okay, they get to die, but somebody else is coming in behind for some sweet, sweet revenge. And so here in Modern Warfare 3, we come across a problem between the maps, the spawns, and our playstyle. Because watch where I spawn here. It's a fairly safe corner of the map between B and C. Should be out of the way, pretty quiet, nice and safe. But if anyone on my team gets within line of sight of that A spawn point, the other team starts spawning in that exact spawn point I just spawned in on. And there's very little consideration given for when either person spawned in. As long as you don't have line of sight on the spawn point, they will spawn there.
Field's going to be. Got him in the back.
That advanced UAV, or just a UAV at all, really helps in dealing with that. Now in Black Ops, that was almost every spawn, because the spawn system had an avoid dead teammates mechanic to it, so we couldn't push them into a spawn at all like we can here. It's just that as soon as you get line of sight on that spawn point, they moved somewhere else where we didn't have line of sight on the spawn point. Even if it's just, a few feet out of line of sight, that will be considered safe by the spawn system, so it's just something to keep in mind. And we did inspire 1 case of rage quitting already, so let's take a closer look at these spawns and this spawn trap. You see the green spawns? I think those are where they are, but those are considered safe by the game. As long as no one is looking at them, the game will spawn people there to try to get them out of the action, even if it means someone else is very, very close. Remember that as long as they have A and only A, and as no one is looking at that spawn point, they will keep spawning in there. With all of them running out of A, we can choose where we want to set up to defend, and this right side from A to B on the outside of the map is probably the easiest point to defend against people running out of A. This pile of bricks is great cover. It's about the right distance, so you keep the fight at a little bit of range so they can't see a whole lot of you. And just head sticking over, and if they try to run out there, they'll just line up for multi-kills. And the advantage is that you want to defend B, you can. The other thing is, if you're standing here, if you step back, there is a spawn point somewhere in this area that they might spawn in on, so just be aware of that. Stay here, you'll be good. And these guys are smart, they are trying to flash me, but it's not enough, and they're not getting out this way. The middle route from A to the center of the map offers quite a bit more options in the way of defending. You can push up quite far all the way into the little restaurant area and shoot through there and without flipping the spawn. Again, there's no avoid dead teammates mechanic for the spawn system here, so you can push up quite a ways. But again, the defenders can fall back all the way to the center of the map if they want to, and the fact that hallway parallel to A offers a lot of nice flanking routes as enemies aren't going to be quite sure where the defenders are going to be coming from. And finally, on the route from A to C, there is a lot of space for the defenders to choose where they want to set up. And then the guys coming from the center route to cut those guys off can also be really effective. It is also a ton of fun to figure out which direction they're all looking and run in from behind and clean them out at A. And the problem is that does put line of sight on the spawn, and it will make the spawn system do funny things. Mostly on this map, it means putting them in that back corner, and people just start spawning in randomly, and you can get some absolutely crazy spawn kills. You see here an enemy who just died over by A respawns in the safe corner, and Shore, who had just run through the spawn and wound up getting killed himself, respawns in on the exact same spawn point less than 5 seconds later.
Sorry, I went in to take out their SAM turret.
Well, that's a pretty good reason for doing that, so I'd say it's worth it.
And they are leaving. They're down to 3 of the original 6.
Yeah. This is the best work we've ever done on this map, so good job, everyone.
Oh, this is the Mark 46. This is the light machine gun I wanted.
Assassin over C.
I'm coming to the end here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was useful, and I will see you later.
They were a host too when we were doing that.
That's horrible. Oh my god. I'm sorry.
No, don't feel bad. We brought our A game. They were a team.
Yeah, we did what we needed to do.
Oh, I'll help me call this in.
I watched it, Zach.
Anyone got another UAV?
Oh, somebody dashboarded.
It didn't migrate.
They gave them host again, and somebody dashboarded.